said that anyone heard about this at the White House was when the counsel's office at the Treasury Department called the counsel's office at the White House a few weeks ago and to let us know that there was an investigation that was coming to conclusion. We didn't know the details of it. We didn't see the report. So we had no facts at that point, just that such an investigation was coming to conclusion.
But you didn't know anything about the idea that the IRS was targeting conservatives? You didn't even know that the IG was investigating that?
No, we knew the IG was investigating potential targeting of political groups.
You did know that?
We did know, yes. We've said that. Jay Carney said that. We knew that from the counsel's office just a few weeks ago.
No, but I'm saying before that.
No, no one knew that. No one knew that.
All right, here's the problem with that, because in the congressional hearing on Friday, the IRS's Inspector General, Russell George, said that he had talked to Neil Wolin, the Deputy Treasury Secretary, around June of 2012. That's right in the middle of the presidential campaign, and told him that he was investigating IRS targeting of conservative groups. Are we to believe that the #2 man in Treasury never told Tim Geithner, and Tim Geithner never told, again, right in the middle of a presidential campaign, never told anyone in the White House about something this politically explosive?
Well, here's the cardinal rule when you deal with situations like this, is you never interfere with an independent investigation. You never give the appearance of interfering with an independent investigation.
Question, what did the president do the rest of that night to pursue Benghazi? Well,
look, the president was kept up to date on this as it was happening throughout the entire night, from the moment it started until the very end. And because this is this is a horrible tragedy. These are people that he sent abroad whose lives are in risk, people who work for him. And I recognize that there's a series of conspiracy theories that Republicans have been spinning about.
With due respect, you didn't answer my question. What did the president do that night?
He was he was in constant touch that night with his national security team and kept up to date as the events as they were happening.
When you say his national security team, he didn't talk to the Secretary of State, except for the one time when the first attack was over. He didn't talk to the Secretary of Defense. He didn't talk to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Who was he talking to?
He was talking to his national security staff, his national security council, or the people who would keep him up to date about these things as they happen.
Was he in the Situation Room?
He was kept up to date throughout the day.
Do you not know whether he was in the Situation Room?
I don't remember what room the president was in on that night, and that's a largely irrelevant fact.
Where is he while all this is going on?
This has been testified to by the...
Well, no one knows where he was or how he was involved, or who told him there were no forces.
The suggestion of your question is that somehow the president allowed this to happen.
I just want to know what the answer is.
That's the assertions from Republicans here that somehow that the president allowed this to happen or didn't take action is offensive. It is absolutely it's offensive premise, and there's no evidence to support it.
I'm simply asking a question. Where was he? What did he do? How did he respond? Who told him that you can't deploy forces, and what was his response to that?
As I said to you, the president was in the White House that day. He was kept up to date by his national security team. He spoke to the Secretary of Defense and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs earlier, and the Secretary of State later, and as events unfolded, he was kept up to date. First, the idea that there was a protest is in every version of the talking points put forward, edited and written by the CIA.
No,
yes.
No. They say the attack. I just read it this morning. They say the attack was inspired by the protests in Cairo. There's no mention of a protest against the video in any of the talking points.
The idea that the point is that the argument here has been from the Republicans is that it had nothing to do with the protest, and that was somehow fabricated by the administration for political reasons.
Is there a mention of a demonstration about the video in the talking points?
There was a mention about that the inspiration is the protest of the video.
Correct. But there's no demonstration against the video in Benghazi.
The fact that that happened is what a lot of people believe. Second thing in the talking points is that the references to terror and Al-Qaeda were removed not by the White House, not by the State Department, but by the CIA.
But the State Department was demanding that it be removed.